Here are 4 non-sleazy ways to get your videos more engagement. I've talked a lot about how the strategies that people normally use to create engagement in their videos are often dishonest. If you want to see an example, you can watch this video, I've linked it down below, but maybe it's time to talk about some strategies that, dare I say it, are not morally corrupt. And before I start, I want to say that a lot of these strategies are not something that everybody wants to do. If you're an elder millennial or Gen X like I am, you may be watching some of these strategies and thinking, I'm not gonna do that. But my word of advice is, if you want to be successful in short form content, you have to adopt new strategies that you may not think are very important. But because I'm getting flooded with commenters just saying that I'm spending the entire time yapping, I'll go ahead and get to the list. This is an example of the honorable mention, by the way. I'll talk about that at the end. But anyway, number 1, cut out all of the pauses, and that includes the millennial pause. If you don't know what the millennial pause is, it's when people start recording and then wait till they see that it's actually recording before they start saying something. This results in about half a second to a second of empty space before that person starts talking. And in that empty space, people are exponentially more likely to scroll. And for those millennials and Gen X who don't feel comfortable talking until they see physical evidence that it's recording, that's okay, record it that way and then just cut out the pause in editing. And you should also cut out all of the other types of pauses as well, including pauses for breath, pauses because you're trying to think about what you're going to say next. While pause for effect does exist even in short form content, people are more likely to scroll if it's not done perfectly. Pausing for effect is not worth risking your viewership. Just make it a constant stream of information, and if they don't understand it the first time, they'll have to rewatch, and that is a good thing. Number 2, start your video off with a thesis statement, or at very least, summarize what you're talking about in the first sentence of your video. Here are a few fun examples of this.
Elmo asked us one question. It took nothing. Elmo just said, "How is everybody?" And the floodgates opened.
Shocking! Massive retail corporations lied to you about theft. Weird.
Somebody asked me, a seemingly very innocuous question, is ice a rock? And it is!
Yeah, this is changing your mind because it's good ska.
Hey, I got some fart facts for you guys.
The reason this is important is because in short form content, people are not going to wait to see what your video's about. There are 4 reasons why people want to watch a video. 1, they want to learn something. 2, they want to agree or disagree with what that video is trying to say. 3, they want to see something satisfying. Or 4, they want to laugh. You have to assure them that one of those 4 things is going to happen in your video, or else they're going to scroll if they become unsure. Even in the most popular videos, people tend to scroll the most in the first 4 seconds. Make that time count. Assure them that they want to stay for the rest of it. Number 3, keep your videos kinetic. You don't have to keep everything moving, but make sure that in your videos there's always something visual for viewers to hold on to. If you're holding your phone in your hand while you record, then change camera angles every once in a while. If your camera's in a fixed position, either talk with your hands, maybe fidget with something. Maybe show some screenshots of references or just logos of things that you're talking about. Give viewers something subtle but kinetic to look at. When you don't do this, viewers can get bored even if they don't really understand why. They may engage with your video but still scroll after a few seconds even though they like your video because they're not really entertained by it. This is the reason that those videos with Subway Surfers work so well. It doesn't have to be interesting, just give them something to look at. And lastly, number 4, and this one's a gray area when it comes to morality. If you're talking about something controversial, save the thing that everyone's thinking for last. There are always going to be people who have an opinion about your video before they even finish watching it. And these people are the ones who are most likely to try to find something negative to say. And if you save the point that you think they're going to talk about in the comments for last, they will probably comment as though they're telling you something that you didn't know, even though you covered it in the video. And not only does this give you more engagement from those commenters, but it also gives you more engagement from people showing up to correct those commenters. And this can cause an entire chain of comments that you wouldn't have had before if you covered the thing that everybody was thinking in the first 30 seconds of the video. And not only that, but you'll have viewers stick around until the very end just to see if you touched on the thing that they were thinking. And lastly, honorable mention number 5, don't be scared of weaponizing the trolls. When you inevitably have trolls in your comment section, feel free to put them on the spotlight and just have fun with the situation. You'll have fun because you can clap back in a way that they can't really defend themselves against. They'll look really silly in front of the rest of your followers, and people can click on that comment and go back to troll them. And you'll probably get at least a few people saying, just don't engage with the trolls, just ignore them, all of which is gaining additional engagement that you didn't have before. Anyway, if you like this video, give me a like and a follow, it really helps. And if this does well, I'll probably make more like it.